I've got my tools just kind of rolling around inside, which is fine. I've used these, mats and cut them and layered them, and that's worked fine. But I started looking into Kaizen foam, and they wanted $25 a drawer for the foam that goes into there. I'm not going to pay $25 a drawer to do that. That's just crazy. So I started looking around, and then I found out that Kaizen foam makes 24 by 48 inch sheets. This is a 57 millimeter, 2 1/4, 1 1/8, and even 7/8, and different colors as well. And you can see right here, I've got one sheet in there. This is exactly 16 by 12. Fits pretty perfectly. So for 35 bucks, you can do 6 pack-out drawers. I'm gonna go right to the edge. I'm gonna cut and just make a little cut right here at about 16 1/8. Okay. I'm gonna do the same on this side. 16 1/8. Put my board across here. Find my little notch. So now I've got a piece that is 16 inches deep and it's 24 inches long. Thank you. Take the mark. Take it aside. Thing. I make sure I got a notch. And that's 2. So once you have your 12 by 16 roughly sheet, you can see that an empty drawer, it'll fit down there pretty much perfectly. You can also cut these and split them in half if you don't need, a 57 millimeter sheet. You just have to stick your knife in and cut it a ways and then start peeling. These drawers I've already done, because the problem with these tools is they just barely fit in there. And if they roll at all, like especially if this rotary tool, if that one rotates, or if this kicks up a little bit, you can't open or close the drawer. So the foam makes it so that it can't pop up. And I actually did cut this foam in half because I did not want it to be 2 1/4 inches thick. So I made it 1 1/8. And yeah, but it works out really well. Way cheaper to cut up these sheets and just plop them in. And so this is great for cutting the sheets apart, and then this is great for cutting out the tools. And then all I'm using is a ballpoint pen to trace. And if you want the foam to go all the way flush with the bottom, because it's got these notches, then stick it in with the bottom side facing up, and you're going to take either of the knives and just cut it right where the notches are to mark it. And you're gonna do that over here too. So now you've got something to go off of. You can either cut it just freehand, or you can get, the board and cut it across. But you're just cutting a couple of layers. So once you've got your cut across there, then you're just gonna just peel out, like I said, about 2 layers worth. Basically, yeah, that's it. So pop it down in there. Now should be fitting down nice and tight into the bottom, and yeah, I'll be making contact with the base. I typically will go through one time and just cut the surface pretty shallow with this, and then I come back and I finish it at an exact depth. Then you're going to dig underneath it and release it of all of its curves, and then the piece will pop out. But even that doesn't look terrible. However, what you can do is you can split this top layer from the other layers, just cut it, and then take it and just put it down. And you could even take some hot glue, put some down in there, and glue this down onto it if you want a more clean look. And you can see I've got it up against the back, we go. Easy to get to, easy to put it back, and it's not going to roll around on me, kick up, and make it so it can't open up the drawer. Again, I'm just using this little pen, and I'm just tracing around and just dragging as I go. I'm not pushing, dragging the pen, and it leaves a just barely visible line. Okay, so I kind of bit the blade down into it, and then just kind of start tracing around. So that's all done, and you can see this is my spot to cut out, and that's the line that the pen leaves. Okay, so it's all cut out, and that's it. Now let's test. Yep. So in this one, I actually wound up doing a couple of layers because of the profile of the tool, and yeah, go down a little bit deeper into it. Bam. Nothing's moving around. Unlike up here. Yep. You guys next.